Okay, so we're gonna solve these problems where we're actually subtracting x. So if we think about doing it in the normal way, we have positive 5, so we want to subtract 5. Oh no, we'd have, that would cancel, we'd have negative x equals whatever that is. That's not gonna work because, I mean, you might realize what you can do with it, but what you have to have is a positive x left on that side. So when you have minus x, the easiest thing to do is add x to both sides. And you might be like, why am I doing that? Well, you'll see in a minute. So those would cancel. You'd be left with 5 equals 3 plus x. Now that's something I can solve because I'm going to get rid of that positive 3 by subtracting 3. I'd be left with 2 equals x. And obviously that makes sense. 5 minus 2 does equal 3. Now, if you had done it the other way, where you subtracted 5, those would cancel. You'd be left with negative x equals 3 minus 5 is actually negative 2, right? 3 plus negative 5 minus 3, 2, negative. Now you'd have negative x and negative 2. You could, in theory, divide both sides by negative 1. Those would cancel, the negatives would cancel, and you'd be left with x equals 2 again, right? Either way will get you the answer. You have to figure out which one is going to make the most sense for you. Let's look at another type of problem where it might be easier to do plus x. So I see minus x, so I'm just gonna plus x on both sides. We'd be left with 3 equals 7 plus x. Now we get rid of that 7 minus 7. You'd be left with x. 3 minus 7 is actually negative 4. You can go back and check your work to make sure that makes sense. And you can actually see it because 3 minus a minus 4 would be plus. So it would get you that 7. So make sure that when you're subtracting x, you figure out what way you're going to do it in order to get the right answer. So if you see minus x, you can't just leave it and solve because you'd be left with minus x equals whatever the other side, and that wouldn't be the way to solve it.